If you would like to get this month's crystal reading for your sign for download and purchase, please click on the Vimeo link below this video in the Show More section, or visit my website, theluckymermaid.com, and the links for these videos are posted on the most recent video page. Please be sure to check out my other psychic readings for each zodiac sign I have available there as well. Thank you so much. Wish you many blessings and peace. Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your psychic crystal reading for the full moon partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius on August 2nd. I'm going to look into the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So I hope these messages are going to be helpful and make sense to you, and we'll see what comes up and how you'll be affected by this partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius. First element I'm looking into is earth. I feel that the earth signs are going to be kind of more on your guard about things, and I pick up scrutinizing things more carefully. You may be going over documents, propositions, things people say to you. Scrutinizing a variety of things more carefully comes up for the earth signs. Staying true to yourself, sticking to what you believe to be right and what you feel is the best course of action, and just sticking to your what you know to be true for you, sticking to your ideas. You could have the tendency to make mountains out of molehills at this time, or you could have other people that are around you doing that. So just be cautious. You may, don't blow things up out of proportion. And if you see other people doing it, then you're forewarned that they might be doing it, and then you can react accordingly. Anything where you experienced like things stopping and starting, I feel a lot of those kind of situations are going to move forward with ease for you now. I see many of you feeling a lot of gratitude and feeling very grateful. Some of you may experience having to eat your words for something that you said, like if you said, oh, that's never going to happen, or that'll never get passed through the government, or I would never do that, or this person doing that is a big mistake. You may find that for some of you, this full moon, partial eclipse in Aquarius could bring up you having to eat some of your words. Some of you may experience some complications in dealing with family members, or your family members may be kicking up some kind of complications. So some of you may experience that. You may find yourself taking things people say to heart, and maybe feeling a little bit oversensitive or touchy about what other people are saying or doing. So just be cautious of that, and if you can avoid it, try not to do that. Some of you could get invited to a grandiose affair, or you could be the one planning it. You could be planning a wedding or an engagement party or an anniversary party, or you could attend something like that, or some other type of grandiose affair. It doesn't have to be a party. It could be like a gala opening, a festival, a ball, some big show or showing or display. Comes up for some of you earth signs. So now I'm going to look into the element of water for Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpios. Some of you could have somebody unexpectedly that stops by to say hi to you. This could be at your place of business or where you work. It could also be at home. Just like, I don't know why this is significant, but for some reason they're mentioning it. Somebody stopping by to say hi to you from the energy of this eclipse in Aquarius. I see you water signs doing your due diligence and figuring out a lot of facts and figures, like going over details, going over the fine print and the fine lines of things. Reading between the lines also comes up here. So doing your due diligence involving details comes up. I see some of you wanting some satisfaction out of something. So like if you put a lot of time and effort and money into something, you are waiting or wanting to get that satisfaction of a return, or satisfaction of a job well done, or you're wanting some kind of satisfaction from something that you have devoted time, energy, effort, and possibly money into. Some of the water signs need to stay grounded with the energies of this eclipse, because you could go off, like get too scattered and like lose focus. And you also and like get into like fantasy land, and you could also go off on some kind of tangent, like you could get obsessed about something or someone. So you have to stay grounded, because you have the propensity here to get scattered, out of focus, too dreamy, in fantasy land, and go off on some kind of tangent. That comes up for some of the water signs. Some of you water signs want to be seen and heard, and you may be trying to get somebody's attention. This could be a boss, somebody you're interested in dating, anybody that like maybe you're trying to apply for a job and there's a lot of people, or you're going to auditions or auditioning for parts, even that you want to get somebody's attention, an agent, a boss, a prospective boss, a love. And wanting to be seen and heard also about your opinions is going to become very important to you, like and wanting people to see your perspective, your way of thinking, your motivations, your motives for why you've done things. Like you wanting attention and people to listen to you. Some of you may get promoted from this eclipse. You could get being made to number one, or like promoted or being made number one in some, like, I don't know, even in maybe if you're waiting in a list or a line for something that's important to you, you could move up to the number one spot. That comes up for some of you water signs. You could also experience some forgetfulness. That could come up here for some of you water signs. You could go through a little spell of forgetfulness. So now I'm going to look into the elements of fire. This is Aries, Leos, and Sagittarians. Working through old endeavors and completing them, or anything that was old becomes resurrected and becomes new again. It could be old relationships, it could be old projects or plans that you put off to the side or put aside, but like making things, revising things that were old to become new again. You could be renovating a house, even could be house renovations, or old business projects that you had that you put aside. You could resurrect them and do something, jazz them up and do something new with them. Could even be things to do with yourself, like if you felt like something was old about you that you didn't like, you could be, and you put it aside, you could be reviving it in some way. I see generosity abounding for you, fire signs, and I feel like you're really going to start giving of yourself or of your time or of your energy and or of your money. But like generosity, this eclipse is going to make you feel more generous and giving. I also see some of you fire signs becoming more studious. This doesn't mean that you're going back to school. Some of you it could be, but for some of you this could be doing research about something to do with a project plan, business, or idea that you have. You could be taking classes, you could be taking online classes, you could go back to school for something. But as I said, it could involve doing research. For some of you, money comes to you unexpectedly out of the blue from this eclipse. Like unexpected money shows up. So that's good news for you fire signs. I see some of you fire signs putting something in motion. This could be like a business plan. This could be a business plan, a business, a relationship. It could be anything, like getting something animated, up and running, and in motion. You fire signs are going to get some things in motion here. I feel that some of you may become more authoritative, more dictatorial, and telling some people in your life, this could be children, this could be loves, it could be family members or business partners or business coworkers. I see you telling them to stop wasting time. Don't waste time. I see you becoming more authoritative and more dictatorial. Now, it could be also in a sense like you could be leading some group or conversation or speech giving. So you could be authoritative in that, or like teaching, instructing, giving speeches. That kind of energy comes up for some of the fire signs. Some of you need to watch your temper, because I see some of you fire signs reaching a boiling point with someone in your life, and this could spill over into anger. You could release it. Maybe that's not a bad thing to do. I don't want to say, oh, don't do that. Maybe it's something that karmically needs to come out from you, and you should be reaching that boiling point. I'm just warning you, it does come up. You could experience that with a family member or someone. You might be getting angry at someone and letting this out with someone from the energies of this eclipse in Aquarius. So now I'm going to look into the element of air. This would be for Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Positive thinking brings about positive results. So I feel you're going to be manifesting some things, or you're going to be practicing the law of attraction, or that you understand it enough that you know that if you think positively and believe in positive things, many times you get positive results. But they are bringing that up here. I get giant voltage, high energy. Some of you are going to feel like you're electric. You're going to be like that lightning storm. You're going to be full of this electric energy. And this can go positively or negatively. That could go either way. But it also feels like your internal energy is going to be ignited. Like you're going to feel like you have more vim and vigor, like you have more energy to disperse out into the world and the universe. Some of you are going to be like, I've looked things over, like you've looked things over carefully enough, and you're tired of looking things over. And if that's your general nature, like to look over every little detail or analyze every little thing, this particular eclipse is going to make you not do that. You're going to do the opposite of looking at the details and going over everything or analyzing it. You're going to feel like you want stuff to happen. You're going to want action, and you're going to not like other people being pokey and slow, and you yourself are not going to be pokey and slow about stuff. You're going to be like, yeah, you know what, whatever. I'm letting the chips fall where they may, and I'm just going for it. I'm just going to do what I want, or I'm not going to waste time picking apart every little thing. I see many of you air signs thinking that way from the energy of this eclipse. Some of you air signs are going to say structures need to be dissolved and rebuilt up anew in a different way. So this could be relationships, it could be business structures, it could be business plans or projects you had set up, and or it could be, you know, family structures. But I see you looking at structures and going, this needs to be dismantled and restructured. So something in your life, you air signs are going to do that. It could be your home. It could be your interior design of your home. It could be your decorations. It could be something about you. Or a business you own, or a project you're working on, or something. But anything that would be a structure, it's like you dismantling the structure and rebuilding it stronger, newer, better idea, you know, or a better version. There is some kind of forces at work here for some of you air signs where your income looks like it gets stabilized to me. So it could be, you know, I don't know if there's some change or flux in your financial world. If you don't feel like your finances have been stable, I just get stabilizing forces to your finances are coming up for the air signs with this partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius on August 2nd. Some of you are going to be seeking out new alliances, new partnerships. This could be in friendship. This could be in love. This could be in business, but seeking out new alliances and new partnerships are coming up here for the air signs. I get like testing times feel to be over. Again, it's the kind of energy of like, I've been through all the testing. I've been through all the planning. I've done all the legwork, groundwork. Now it's time for action. That comes up again for the air signs. Some of you, now this might be a small part of you, but I see some of you changing your thinking. That maybe long-held, cherished ideas or beliefs are going to change, or just certain patterns or certain things that you've, certain ways of thinking that you thought about a job or your family or somebody you're attached to emotionally in some way. I get like this eclipse is going to make you change your thinking about some of those, you know, whatever has, it feels to me like something where you would have been pretty solid about, you're suddenly going to change some of your thinking. So you'll have to see how this plays out, all the signs out there. I certainly hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I post my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get your crystal reading for your sign, specifically for your sign, for this month of August 2017, you can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for August 2017 crystal reading for each sign of the zodiac. Also, you can access these videos by going to my website, www.thelluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu and go to page 11. It's a drop-down menu. And at the top of page 11, you will see the heading for the August 2017 crystal readings. And you just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I wish you all the wonderful blessings possible to come to you through this full moon partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius on August 2nd. I'm sorry, August 7th. I'm sure I missaid that in this video. August 7th. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace. Please check out my other videos that I'm posting to my YouTube channel, The Psychic Pastry Chef,
where I'll show you how to make great cakes, desserts, and pastries you can make at home, and I'll give you psychic predictions for each sign of the zodiac throughout the video. I hope you enjoy them, and please be sure to check out the other special videos I'm recording for my Psychic Pastry Chef Vimeo on-demand channel. Thanks for watching.